Welcome back everybody to the Spacey Tropics review channel, where we review any and everything that we can. Now, a lot of you have liked the video, as I said. Now, I put up a laptop video for those of you who are just joining in. I put up a laptop video of my Surface Book here and stated that if I get over 10 likes, that I'd shoot a what's in my college tech backpack, go backpack, whatever you want to call it. I'm gonna call it what's in my college backpack. So everyone, thank you for joining me. Excuse the noise outside. There's a little birds out my window. They're chirping because they're eating some food. But let's get straight to what we have here. Now, going over to this corner right here, as you can see from my last review and in this what's in my backpack review here, this is my Surface Book laptop. It is a Core i5 model with 8 gigs of RAM, the GTX 940M with 1 gig of VRAM in the keyboard, along with its charger. And for those of you who don't know, or if I didn't mention in the previous video, the charger has a USB port, a USB charge out port, to be able to charge out any device that you have. Now, this laptop has helped me through thick and thin, and it has done wonders for me. Now, as you can see here, the bold and beautiful microfiber cloth. Over here, you can see a cable that I've used quite a bit, because you can see that the braiding is frayed a little bit now. But this is a quick charge 2.0 cable that I bought for my Galaxy S6 Edge, and it has done me justice. It has done its quick charge, it has done everything. Here you can see it's by, let's see if I can get it here. Yeah, it's by iOrange. And what's special about this cable, not only the fact that it's quick charge, but in here, as you can see in the flap, this little flap inside is flimsy. Or, well, I wouldn't say flimsy, but it can move around. Reason being, this is a reversible USB-A side on this cable right here. So, with that in mind, you can plug it in anyhow, and it's not wrong. It's quite helpful, honestly. Putting that aside, we're gonna head over here to the next item, which is my PHAISER Bluetooth headphones. Now, these are some fantastic headphones here. As you can see, some brand naming here. These are the BHS 750. I was looking for a pair of quality Bluetooth headphones, you know, but for a good price. After all, I'm a college student. We go by a budget. So, I was looking for a proper, cheap Bluetooth headphone that sounded great, had great features, was sweat resistant, could resist a little bit of water just in case if it was raining, and I found it. I found it. Now, I was originally looking at the Bose SoundSport Wireless, and that was a full $150. These headphones, minus 100 from that equation, $50, 1 day shipping, because it was free 1 day ship. As a matter of fact, I got it on a deal for $40 on Amazon. And by the way, guys, everything here that I'm about to mention is all on Amazon. I'm going to put links in the description below, just so you can have it to make your college experience a little bit of a better one, or even more of a better college experience than you might have imagined. Now, here I paid $40 for the deal, the lightning deal that was on Amazon, and with Prime I was able to get it within a day. Now, I compared these to the Bose SoundSport Wireless, and guys, they sound exactly the same as the SoundSport Wireless, which means to say that they sound fantastic. And the fact that they have this little magnetic feature here, it's magnetized, so it's not one headphone or one side of the headbud is not bouncing around all over the place. They're intact, they bounce in sync, or if I just tuck them in my shirt, they don't bounce at all. Here you can see it also comes with an inline mic. This is volume down, volume up, play, pause, turn on, turn off. And one cool feature about these buds is if you hold the volume up and the volume down simultaneously, this little guy has 3 built-in equalizers: a normal mode, a treble mode, and a full bass mode. Now, I'm not gonna go too in-depth into this headphone here on this what's in my backpack review. However, I am going to be making a separate video for these, so be on the lookout. It's coming soon, don't worry. Now here you can see, as I put this back here, it also comes with a case. Nice hard shell case, very durable, very, very durable. And inside the case was the most best part from unboxing those headphones in the first place, and that is this. As you can see here, loads, and I mean loads of accessories come with these buds. For $50, which is the price right now as far as I've seen, for $50 you cannot go wrong. On top of that, I get a full 9 hours with these bad boys. 9 hours. And for those of you who have iOS, on your iOS device, a battery status bar will be indicated in your notification dropdown, just like how in the iPad there's a battery notification for the Apple Pencil or any other Bluetooth device you connect. This does the very same. Now, leaving this aside and moving on to the next thing, we have here the orange cable that came with my JBL Flip 2 over here. Go check that review out if you haven't, guys. So it's just a normal USB cable, flat cable. You can crumple it up, nothing will happen. It'll stay straight. However, this is the real bad boy, what we're here for right now. This is my POWERADD power bank. It is a nice aluminum construction, and as you can see, it's all dirty and whatnot because I bought it 4 years ago, and it's been helping me. This is the 2GS, I believe, 4 or 3 years ago. This is the 2GS, and it is 10,000 milliamp hours. In the front here, we have a quick charge port here, we have a regular port, and we have the charge in port here, as you can see there. And then a little battery indicator to show how much battery juice you got left in the pack itself. This has saved my butt so many times, and for $20 you can't go wrong. This is something every college student needs, a good battery bank. Now, putting this down back, we'll head over here to my ANKER power adapter, or wall adapter I should say. As you can see here, it does have the IQ technology. That's ANKER's smart technology for all of these adapters. Comes with 2 ports. It's able to do quick charge 2.0. Reason why I got it for 2.0 is because I still have a Galaxy S6 Edge, and that has quick charge 2.0. I don't have any other device that has 3.0, so this is the go-to thing. This was a little pricey because it's ANKER, but I mean, I believe it was 30 bucks or so, but I'm not sure as the price of it now. However, this is only for in case of emergencies. That's why I also have the long cable here, because this gold cable is about 6 feet long, so I can connect to the wall and not have a problem. The short cable here is only about 3 feet long. This is for, obviously, if I'm putting this in my pocket and charging it in my pocket. Now, moving on to the next thing above that will be the JBL Flip 2. Now, I do use this Flip 2 in school every now and again. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. However, when I do use it, it's usually when I go to the park that's near my school. I go, I sit down, I chill, I relax if I have more than an hour or 2 of a break. And it's loud enough, the bass is punchy enough, the mids and highs are fantastic on this. And it could be either Bluetooth or auxiliary, it's up to you, it's your choice, and it can hook anywhere really. It's a great speaker, and for $60 you're getting quality, and I mean real quality. And it's water resistant, so you don't need to worry if someone splashes something on it. Now here is basic utensils. Now some of you might be saying, well, you have a Surface Book, why do you need a pen, pencil, you know, pencil lead for your mechanical pencil? Well, I'll tell you this, not everything needs to be written in here, and that, by what I mean by that, is jotting down notes, jotting down, you know, maybe just little quick things that I need to jot down that I can't do. So these come in handy. So I'll put the pen down for now, and obviously you can see here this is just a basic dollar pencil with some dollar lead. 0.7 lead. And I usually use this when, you know, I need to draw some little extra stuff, just in case, you know, I'm in one of my engineering classes and the professor wants us to draw some stuff out instead of me doing it on the computer. Then I'll draw it out. I have my pencil eraser and I'm good to go. Putting that back here, we'll go over to this pen. Again, this is another dollar pen. I just picked this up from somewhere. And what's so special about this pen is that, as you can see here, it has two sides. One and two. Now, it's not really necessary for me to use a pen because, well, if you're an engineer and you're using pen to draw everything, something's wrong there. But whenever I do need to sign stuff or do anything, I have a pen on me and ready to go. Now moving over to this side, we can see a few more other things here. And the next thing I'll be talking, as a matter of fact, since this cable is a little flimsy, I'm just gonna do this first since it's like to bounce all over the place. What this is here is my ANKER USB hub. Now, what's great about this ANKER USB hub is the fact that since my Surface Book only has 2 USB 3s, I can hook this up, since this is USB 3 and I have 4 USB 3 ports here now to use instead of just 2. So I know one is taken up, but in total, this gives me now 5 USB 3 ports to use. And one cool feature about this is the fact that if I turn it around here, you can see a micro USB port back there. Now you might be wondering, what is that for? Well, I'll tell you this. If you're running short on this guy and your laptop is charging in the meantime, and you have this, as long as you plug in a micro USB to the back of this and connect it to a wall, or maybe even another battery bank for that matter, this in turn does turn out, instead of just a data transfer for USB devices only, it is now all 4 being turned into charge out ports. Now I believe the voltage is still just 1.5 each, but I mean, you have 4 charge out ports. That's more than enough for anything that you need to do. And you won't be depending on a battery pack just in case the battery pack is dead. Or you can even charge your battery pack with this. Who knows? That's up to you. Now, already plugged in, you might see this little dongle here, this EAGLETECH dongle. And that'll bring me into that little guy right there. This is a cheap $10 EAGLETECH mouse. Now, it's not the greatest mouse in the world, I will tell you that for sure. However, when it comes to my engineering and I need to fine-tune stuff with a mouse and just click stuff without having to use the trackpad on the laptop, this has done me justice. It has 3 DPI settings. I'll list them in the comment section below, or you can just click the link in the comment section below to just view what this is and what all the DPI settings that it has. Scroll wheel here, 2 extra buttons, a forward and a back button. I usually use this when I'm in Google Chrome, so just in case I need to go back, hit the back button, and go forward, hit the forward button. It's helpful, it was cheap, and for a college student, this is a must-have. Now, heading over here, well, this guy right here. This is a dream. This is a CASIO calculator, the FX9750G2. Now, I know a lot of you out there use Texas Instrument, and Texas Instrument is fantastic, but for me, this does the job. This is a graphing calculator. It was about 50 bucks compared to every other Texas Instrument that's $80 or higher. And the fact that it's good, the fact that it's a very nice colorful graphing calculator on top of that, it does everything that the TI does, and I wouldn't say and more, because the TI probably does a little more, but it does everything, almost everything that the TIs can do. It's nice. It comes with a nice cover. In the back here, it's powered by 4 AAA batteries. You can connect it to the computer, although I've never tried it before. And you do have, once turned on, you do have a bunch of different modes. So I'll hit the menu button here, and as you can see, all those modes there. can go around, select what you need. These are all the calculations I was doing earlier. Big numbers, I know. But if you're in the market for a fantastic calculator that'll do almost everything that a TI can do for a good price, I mean, come on guys, graphic calculators are not cheap, and to get this for $50, that's a steal. So if you're looking for a great calculator that can do almost what the TIs can do, pick up this CASIO calculator. It is a must-have. Now, heading over here, we can see my wallet. Now, I did take out all my stuff from it just to show off the wallet, but this is the SIMPACX Slim wallet, or I should say Ultra Slim wallet. Now, being a college student and being on the move, I don't live on dorms or on campus. I commute back and forth from my house to the college. And being on the move, having a huge wallet in my back pocket or my front pocket doesn't help my situation with the train and this and that and whatnot. So I switched over to a slim wallet. Man, what a great decision. For $16.99, this was a great decision. Now here you can see we have one pocket here. We have an ID area here for any driver's license or college ID that you have, a money clip, two separate pockets here, and then a beautiful little tab. It's my favorite part. What this tab does, voila, pops out some extra stuff that you need, so extra cards can fit in there. And one neat feature about this is that it is an RFID ultra slim wallet. So what that means is that people or computers or any type of scanner can't scan your credit card through the wallet or this or that. And I've tested it out. I have used my college ID. I even put it in this pocket, the most vulnerable pocket, with this little hole right there. And I usually have to scan in to get into my college. I tried scanning in, no go. Took out the ID, scanned, and it worked. Which means the RFID blocking on this definitely works. Guys, if you're looking for a slim wallet, or ladies, if you're into these kind of slim wallets, pick this one up. $16.99, you cannot go wrong. Link will be in the description, go check it out. Now, another thing here will be my Insignia DisplayPort to HDMI adapter. Now, since the Surface Book doesn't really have an HDMI port or even, you know, a DisplayPort or any of that stuff. I mean, not DisplayPort, a Thunderbolt 3 or USB-C. It has a DisplayPort. Now I connect the DisplayPort to the HDMI cable, since this has the HDMI side to it, and I'm able to do presentations or whatnot that I have to do in class, just in case the professor asks us to do any in-class discussion or in-class talk. And if I have stuff on my laptop, which I usually do since I take my notes on my laptop, then having this little guy right here is very helpful. So all I gotta do is plug it into the computer, plug it into the projector with the HDMI side, bada bing, bada boom, I'm ready to present what I have to present. Now, going over here, this is my Western Digital hard drive, Western Digital Passport hard drive. That's what it's called, Passport. Now, it does come in a few different colors. It is USB 3, and I believe I picked this up for about 50 bucks. Now, Mac users, please be advised, it's a little more for you guys. So, I'm sorry about that. You know, I don't make the prices for Western Digital, but I believe it's about $60 or so for Mac users, or if you have an Apple computer that you use it with. For me, I paid about $50 to $53 for this for a Windows computer. It's just a basic regular hard drive. But for 1 terabyte and you're paying $50, another must-have for a college student. If you have a lot of files to save, like me, I have stuff to save on any programs that I use for college, or I have my photos to save, or I have my videos to save after I finish edited, or if before I edit it I have videos to put on there. It's been doing me right for a good long time right now, and it is a great buy for any college student to have. Now, before I get to the two watches, I'm gonna go over here to this little clip. Now, because my wallet here is RFID blocking, that means I can't put my ID back in there and scan to get in. So what I picked up was this little guy. This is a retractable ID clip. I usually just clip it onto my pants here, clip this onto my ID, and then when I'm ready to scan in, pull, scan, let go, and it'll come right back. Now I picked this up. It was a pack of 5 for about $7. If you do have to scan in anywhere, it's useful, it's helpful. Plus, it kind of makes me feel important, like I'm some big shot or something, you know? Just a little joke in there. Now, onto the watches. If you are a watch fan like I am, stay tuned for this part. This is a G-Shock solar watch. It's a, you know, I'm not even gonna try and pronounce that, but I'm just gonna, you know what? Geese or Giz or whatever G-Shock tried to make it sound like. This is a solar power watch, and for those of you who are watching G-Shock, obviously you know G-Shock is a tough, rugged watch. But what's beautiful about this, it's solar powered, which means it's charged by the sun, and you don't have to worry about replacing this battery at all. It has nice little features, like let's see if I can get it to light up. Okay, I can't get it to light up, but once it's on your wrist and you tilt down, it lights up in the bottom here just to show where the hands are, tell the time. Like I said, it's tough, it's rugged. It tells you the date here, this, that. Now, if you're on the move all the time like me, you're gonna need a tough, rugged watch, because you don't want to buy a fancy watch and then you go crack or pop or this or that against any other little piece of metal, glass, hit the floor, this, that, hit the wall. You don't want that to happen to your nice expensive watch. This was a nice, I believe, $200-300 watch. I know it's quite a big price for this, but it's worth it. And you don't have to replace the battery. You don't have to do nothing with this. It's water resistant already. I know most of you out there have smart watches, but for those of you who still like your real life watches, this is a must have, especially if you're in college, so you know you could bust this up and nothing will happen. Now coming over here is something a little more cheaper. This is my TIMEX watch. This is what I wear if I want to dress a little bit more fancier and whatnot. And a beauty part to this is that once you push this in, I hope you can see it, but let's see. Okay, so you see it's black here. If I put this on, you know what? Let's turn this light off for a second. Now if I cover it, and this light too, I guess. There we go. Now as you can see right there, the entire face illuminates. It's not just the hands, it's not just the corner, no. The entire face illuminates. Now, I do believe that this watch here is about, I don't know, probably about $100 or so. But it's a great watch nonetheless. I mean, it's $100, it's inexpensive. If it gets scratched, I'm not too worried. You know, it's helpful. It's a great watch, especially at night, since the entire face glows like that. Now we move on to two of my biggest items here, which is this guy back here, my laptop case, and over there, as you've seen, the actual backpack that I use. So let's move on to the next frame or clip or whatever you want to call it. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, and big item number one, the ARVOK 13.3-inch laptop case. Now this is a nice, simple, clean design, beautiful looking zipper. As you can see here, it has their branding, ARVOK. Open it up, nice soft padding here for your laptop, just so it doesn't get scratched or nothing. And yeah, now some of you might be thinking, oh, it's just a regular laptop case, blah blah blah, you know, anybody can get that. Actually, what's special about this one is that it's not fully, but to a certain point, like some flicks of water or some flicks of any type of liquid, it is a certain amount of water resistant. Now, you might be asking yourself, why'd you get a water resistant case? Well, you never know. You can never be too careful. And quite honestly, everybody who does have a laptop, it's an expensive device. You don't want to be buying a brand new laptop because of water damage, because you were in the rain and, you know, something happened, or you had this out like this and somebody spilled the drink and it just seeped right through the case and went to your laptop. You don't want that to happen. Your laptop is your everything in college, or your desktop even, but we'll save a desktop thing for another time, another video. This, I believe, was somewhere between $13 to $26. I'm not too sure. I don't remember. I bought this a very long time ago. But it has done me well. I've tested it a little bit to see how some drops of water do on it, and they just flick right off. So yeah, looking for an extra protective case, well, not extra protective, but extra water resistant case, this is your guy right here. Now, as I place this back here, let's move on to the backpack in 3, 2, 1. Aha! And like magic, with the snap of a finger, here's my backpack. This is the KOPACK backpack. This is the 15-inch variant or 14-inch variant. I forgot which model, but it's able to carry my 13-inch laptop, obviously. Now, what's so special about this backpack is that for those of you who love to travel, this is a TSA friendly backpack. It is a very secure backpack. The reason why I'm saying secure is that if you see here, this is the only set of zippers on this bag. And once folded underneath the fabric flap here, no one can unzip your bag or this or that. And it's protected, so somebody will really have to yank you and get to the zipper before they do anything. And as you can see here, it does have traveling, the little hole that's on suitcases, you know, the traveling lock, where you put the traveling lock on and lock it up. Here you can see all the padding is nice. The back padding is wonderful, as well as the shoulder padding here as well. And this little bottom piece, which we'll get to in a second, because this has a special little feature. Now here you can see a little strap, and what this strap is for is that if you have a hand carry-on while you're traveling, you can just slip this on to the carry-on's handle, pull up the carry-on's handle, and just roll with it. You don't have to put this on your back while traveling. Now here you have a little elastic piece. You can hook your sunglasses here, hook a pen here, whatever you want. Another beautiful feature about this, and it's been tested plenty of times in the thickest of rain and the lightest of rain, this is water resistant, and I mean really, really water resistant. Water just falls or beads up and just falls right off, or I wipe it right off and it's just completely dry. One other great quality thing, this backpack, yeah, if you guys haven't figured it out yet, beautiful cut resistance. Again, cut resistance to a certain point. As you can see here, oh, what is this? Oh, that must be some dust from today. Yeah, but as you can see here, cut resistance. So nobody can just say, okay, I'm just gonna do a little incision here, and nope, that's not the case. It is cut resistant, ladies and gentlemen. That is a huge, and I mean a huge plus, especially if you travel in New York City Transit. There's a lot of people out there who you know, unfortunately want to take your stuff, but having this backpack, you'll be safe and secure. Now remember, it's only cut resistant to a certain point. If somebody really starts jabbing at this, which I hope they don't, it will rip. But to a certain point, it can take a knife to it a few times. Now, moving on to the inside of this, or as a matter of fact, you know what? Before we get inside, let's show you what that little pocket has. So I put the straps in the front, and this sponge, this beautiful lower back support, is a pocket, a great pocket at that. Nice and deep. You can keep your password, you can keep your pens, you can keep any little small thing that needs to be in here. I usually keep my battery pack in here along with the wires, and it does it very well. And here you even have another little small compartment here. I usually stick my house keys in there and just reach behind so I don't have to take off the entire backpack when I get home. Here you can see on the side flap here, there's a little piece to go inside, so you can have a line out with a charger and leave the charger in the backpack and charge your phone while it's in your pocket. Or if you're one of those guys that like to carry around a tablet, you can put your tablet inside and you'll be able to wire out the headphones here. But I mean, you know, most people are going to Bluetooth headphones anyways, so might as well make the switch one time, right? Okie dokie. Now to the inside of this KOPACK backpack. Now I know it says Tigger New, whatever you would like to call it, but the name of the company is KOPACK and it's KOPACK backpack, so I'm gonna call it KOPACK. Now inside here we can see that I don't generally use this. I just slip my laptop in here, so it's there though if you do want to use it. And there's also cushions in the back here, so when you slide your laptop in, it's not just slamming against stuff, it's being cushioned and protected. Here you can see a second pocket for any type of tablets that you have. Hashtag iPad users out there. Going over to this side, we can see, oh, we can't see. Going over to this side, we can see the entire inside. Now it's a little messy obviously because I do take this to school every day. Here you can see a little latch down here, just like in your luggage or any type of, hold on, let the car pass. Okay. Here you can see a little strap here in the bag, just like in any luggage or hand carry or whatnot. Helps to keep everything in place. Now, when pushing this to the side, you can see there's two large pockets here. You can store water bottles or whatever you need in there. And then hook it up like this so they don't flail around all over the place. Going over to this side, we have some pen holders, pencil holders, whatever you want to use them for. And a nice, decent, deep pocket up here. Now, all in all, once everything is inside, this bag is pretty wide. Once closed up, you do have a lot of room in there to store as much as you need. And quite honestly, for 40 bucks, I mean, come on guys. For 40 bucks, you're getting cut resistance, water resistance, pockets galore, a travel ready TSA friendly backpack. I mean, it's an all-in-one thing right here, guys. KOPACK did a great job with this backpack. Now guys, I would like to say thank you for joining me on this beautiful what's in my backpack, what's in my engineering college backpack, whatever it is you want to call it. Thank you for joining me. Now, like I said, SIMPACX was and still is a t-shirt business first. So as you can see, I have on one of the SIMPACX shirts here. I call this Midnight Sky with a plane taking off. There's a tower in the background and it's just flying over. Here's Saturn and the Earth, so you're wondering where the plane took off from. Well, that's a mystery. But as you can see here, beautiful shirt. I do make these shirts myself. I buy the shirts and all of this vinyl and whatnot. I think of it and I come up with it myself. Put it in the software, let the software cut it out with the cutter, put it on a heat press and make these shirts. I put a lot of work into these shirts, and these shirts will, you know, as you can see here, the tropics, these shirts will help, you know, boost the channel, help me get better gear, help me get this, help me get that. So if you'd be so kind as to go over to www.spaceytropics.com, I would really appreciate it. You don't have to buy 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, you just have to buy one shirt. That's totally fine with me. I also started a collection piece to it. I call it Life, HN Life, whatever you want to call it. Stands for Happiness Never Ending. And what I mean by happiness never ending is that you have to work hard for your happiness, okay? You have to work hard to be successful. You have to work hard to get the money. You have to work hard to help your spouse, help your kids, help your family, but most importantly, help yourself get out of the rut that you're in, or if you are going into a rut. or about to get out. This will help push you forward. That's why I'm starting in life, happiness never ending, because the harder you work, the more happiness will come to you. So that's what I had to say about the Spacey Tropics part. Now guys, I really do hope you enjoyed this review, or this, you know, what's in my backpack segment. I might do another one again. You know, if you want, you can put 10 likes on this too. I might do another one on a separate different backpack that I have, or I'll just do another backpack review, just the backpack alone, not tech or any of this stuff. But if you'd like to see another backpack review, a budget backpack if you want to call it that, 10 likes and I'll give it to you. Or if you want the review for the PHAISER headphones to come out a little faster than it is now, drop, I don't know, drop 5 comments that say PHAISER, or just say Bluetooth headphone. That's easy to say. Just say 5 comments below Bluetooth headphone. I'll speed up that review before I do any other backpack review. Once again, thank you guys for joining me. Check out the Spacey Tropics Instagram page, check out the Spacey Tropics website. I have my vlogging channel, that's Unmo's Mini Movie Vlogs. I'll link it in the description below. I do have a podcast channel, so if there's any aviation enthusiasts within you guys that's looking at my reviews, head over there. Or if you just like podcasts in general, go over there. We do have good topics to discuss, and we have a good time discussing those topics. Once again, I thank everyone for watching. You guys make this channel. You guys help me push me to make more and more reviews each time. And I'm very thankful that there's a lot of you out there that's giving me a chance compared to any other tech reviewer. Now, I have actually 2 bonus devices that I didn't put in there that I'm gonna put right here, right now at the end of this video. And I'll link those in the description below too. So, are you ready? 3, 2, 1, and bonus device. Bonus device. And bonus device. Sorry for the blur. But here we go. The first bonus device here is the Re Mini X1 Mini Keyboard. Now, this is for those of you who live in a dorm. You don't like to get up, you're a little lazy like me. You don't like to get up and switch stuff on your laptop if you're pushing out stuff from your laptop to your TV. You don't want to get up and you just want a mouse and a keyboard. Well, this is a mini thing that can fit right on the bed. Look, it's just a little bit bigger than the palm of my hands here. And it has a small trackpad, right and left clicks, arrow keys. And it's just like texting on a QWERTY keyboard pretty much, that, you know, used to be on older phones and whatnot. You just go straight here, you have all your volume buttons up here, play, pause, your back button, your FN toggle button to go and hit for volumes and all of that stuff. I mean, overall, this keyboard for $24.99 that I picked it up for, great device, great device. As you can see here, this is the piece here for the dongle. Well, I don't really have the dongle with me right now. I sort of left it at a relative's house by accident, but that's where it usually goes. And if you're willing to pay a little extra, I believe it goes up to $30. If you're willing to pay a little extra on this device, right here, it's blank on my device because I didn't need it. But on the $30 version, there is a laser pointer. So there'll be a button right about here, and you can use it as a laser pointer when you're in class or whatnot if you have any type of presentation you want to do. Now, putting this down. Oh, before I forget to mention, that's the charge in port. It's a mini USB, and there's the on-off button right there. Turning it on, well, it's searching for the receivers, so that's that. Here we have a basic USB 3 Lexar flash drive. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I have a problem. I have a problem with the big tech reviewers out there. What's my problem with them? They always advertise a fancy flash drive that, you know, you got to have because it can do this and this, or it can hook up to your keychain fancy, or it has some lights, or it's tiny, or it's this or that. Let me tell you something from one college student to another, especially if you guys are just going into college, and even more especially if you're going into an engineering college. Professors take your flash drive. I'm gonna say that again. Professors take your flash drive. They will ask you to put, well, not all of them, some of them, especially in engineering colleges, some of them will ask you to put your work on a flash drive, and they will take this flash drive to review your work as if it's for a final. I have gone through 2 very fancy and very expensive flash drives, and I have not received it back because they said they're going to keep it permanently, and that was a real bummer and a real shocker for me. Now this is $12, $13 flash drive from Lexar. It's USB 3, it's a 32 gig flash drive, and boy is it tough and strong and does all the same things the fancy flash drive does. Don't let all the tech reviewers fool you. Listen from a college student perspective. Professors will try and take your flash drive as you putting your final on there, or any other means, because they want to see your work. They don't want to see something you just handed in and say, oh, you know, he did it, oh, he might, yeah, like I was saying before I dropped it. They want the real deal on your flash drive. They don't want to see you copy. They don't want to see nothing. So they take the flash drive, they plug it in, and they plug in another flash drive to see if you guys have the same thing. That's what at least my professor did. Thank God I didn't copy, because I was a genius at that class. Not bragging, I just really knew what I was doing. But again, don't buy the fancy flash drive. The fancy flash drive is an expensive flash drive, and to just give the flash drive away like that, it's a waste of your money. From one college student to another, a basic flash drive that is USB 3 ready is more than enough. $10, $12, whatever it is, it's more than enough. As a matter of fact, I even have another USB 3 flash drive, well, not with me right now, but it's a TRANSCEND USB 3 flash drive, and that was $8.99 for 32 gig, and actually no, it's 16 gigs. It's up to you. $8.99 for a 16 gig, and I'm perfectly fine with that. I'm perfectly fine with giving that away, or I'm perfectly fine with giving this away or whatnot. I can always buy another one. Why? Because it's cheap enough to get, and it works phenomenally. And since this is Lexar, a well-known brand, this has some encryption stuff on it as well, just in case you want to encrypt your file so no one can see it other than you and, let's say, your professor when your professor takes it. Well guys, I am going to switch over back to me and end the video here, so let's okie dokie, and we're here. Well guys, thank you so much for coming back for this video. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you for leaving your likes, your comments, your subscriptions. I thank you guys for subscribing. I thank you guys for liking, and I especially thank you guys for commenting. If you see my previous videos, people commented, and I love to answer. I really do love to answer. Now leave a comment. It lets me know if I can do better on the next video, or if I have already done just as good of a job as I can do. Anyways, you guys, I know this little tech backpack show review, whatever you want to call it, was a little hyper. I tried to turn it up a little bit because compared to the last video that I did, it was no good. It was no good at all. It was too dreary, it was too drab, and I didn't like it at all. And I wanted you guys to see quality content, so that's why I took my big camera here now and shoot it at 60 frames per second. So I hope you really did enjoy this video. Thanks a lot for coming and joining me back on the Spacey Trappist review channel, where we review everything, or well, you know, I review everything. Thanks again for coming. Remember, 5 comments below that says Bluetooth headphone, or 10 likes for the other backpack that I have. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and remember, You guys are awesome. Peace, and have a wonderful day or a wonderful night wherever you're at. Thanks. Oh, quick thing. If, you can see my chin there, if I bump up all the way to, I don't know, 50 subscribers, make it easy. If I bump up all the way to 50 subscribers, let's say before the end of September, I'll raise this camera up and start showing my face in these reviews so you can see who's really reviewing these products. I'm just a, Guyanese culture kid who was born in America. That's all I'm gonna say. Oh, there's a car outside. Anyways, later guys.